Hello community, welcome to Clearly Connected Tarot. Through this channel you can connect with clarity to your highest good. Thank you so much for choosing this channel and our community. We are a community of high vibrational, warm-hearted, supportive individuals, and we appreciate you joining us. Today's reading is What Are They Thinking? What are they thinking? This is a time-sensitive reading, which only means that it's right now. As soon as you click on the video, this is what they're thinking. And we did get a little bit of information about what are they thinking in general, but a lot of information came through about what are they thinking about you. So if you have a person in mind, this is going to be a really good reading for you. Just a quick note that there was a little bit of crossover with the messages, so check out a little bit of the message in group 1, maybe group 2, group 3, see what comes up for you. Okay, so we have 3 groups. We have group 1 is the green Aventurine, the blue Aventurine. It looks green right now, but it's blue. The group 2 is the green Aventurine, and group 3 is what I call my Amethyst Island. It is a rough amethyst crystal. So feel the group that feels right to you. That was redundant. Choose the group that feels right to you. And remember, you are safe, you are loved, and when you choose, you may open your heart. I'll see you in your reading. Hello, group 1. Welcome to your reading. You chose the blue apatite stone and looks a little bit like a pyramid. Looks really beautiful in this light. And we are doing What Are They Thinking? What are they thinking? And so we're just going to get as much information for you as we can. We're going to do this as a time sensitive, which means that we want to know right now, this very moment, what are they thinking? And so that is our intention, and we shall see. We're going to start with the Rider-Waite-Smith pre-shuffled tarot and then move into more tarot and oracle as guided. 4 of Pentacles, 3 of Swords, okay, and the Knight of Wands. It looks like something has transpired here that has them really protecting themselves, wondering a little bit how they got here. I feel like there's a little bit of confusion as to how this has happened. I feel like they feel that they were cheated in some way. This old-fashioned word is coming to mind, but the word is like bamboozled. And there's this idea that this is kind of really struck home for them in a way that was really, truly unexpected for them. With this Knight of Wands energy, I think there's a lot more for us to clarify here, but there's a sense here that your person in some ways, they want to get over this. They want to feel like they have more control over their life, that they can make decisions. I think decisions is a big part of this, wanting to make the best decision to get beyond this. And this is what they are thinking right now. Like, how do I get beyond this? How do I move beyond this? How do I conquer this? So again, those aren't maybe those exact words, but it's whatever the words that are coming to their mind, it has that kind of sentiment to it. How do I conquer this? The World. And 2 cards came out. 5 of Wands. So it makes sense that it feels like this is not just about this one situation. I do feel this relates to you, group 1 specifically. I don't feel like this is something in their life. I do feel like there are possibly other people who have different opinions about what they should do and how they should behave and whether or not they should go back to you or try to fix things with you. This does feel like some type of rift or some type of separation, something that has caused the two of you to maybe not be in communication with each other. It's possible you are. This world is telling me that you two are deeply, you two have real world connections. So this could be a marriage, this could be partnership, living together, long-term relationship. So it's not necessarily all of you here that are facing this separation. All right. Can we get a little more information, please, here? I pulled out the Romance Angel deck for you, group 1. More about how their person is, what their person is thinking. What their person is thinking, please, Spirit. Okay. Flirt. Extend your lighthearted energy to others. Flirt, so you can hear a little sound. It's a speaker. Okay, flirt. Not what was expected, so let's investigate more about this. Oh, that's a shift in energy. Trust. Look at this. Okay, so, you know, it feels like your person is maybe feeling, especially with this Knight of Wands energy, maybe they have moved beyond this and have overcome this feeling of grief. You know, I'm getting some other family issue here. This was coming through with the World, so this could also relate to a family member, someone in their family, someone in their family maybe was sick or has some type of accident, something like that, something unexpected. Something, yeah, we talked about that earlier. Something unexpected here. Okay, so this flirty energy and this trust energy, that's really good energy. And you know, as we look at the Four of Pentacles and the Three of Swords, so it does imply that your person is feeling more open. They're thinking about. So I love that it's like this lighthearted and trust. Like, in order to have a lighthearted energy, you have to trust. So I think the way that, you know, with these two cards together, group 1, it feels like they trust more again now, or they trust, or they just trust. They might just be a really trusting person, and it didn't take them too much to get beyond this. I do feel like there's more to this flirt card. Codependency, they want me to bring out, and they also want me to bring out reconciliation. And that's an interesting combination. All right, let's work through some of this information for you here. Group 1. Now, there's more about this flirt energy. I don't feel like it's necessarily them flirting with someone. Flirting here, for this reading, for this interpretation, feels like that willingness to be open, the willingness to put yourself out there, the willingness to be seen, right? All of that is part of flirting. And so I feel like that's what's happening more so than anything else. Like this feeling better about themselves, trusting the world a little bit more, right? That's flirting. Okay. There is an object of affection sometimes with flirting, but I'm not necessarily seeing one specific object of affection, or, you know, a person that they have these feelings towards. Okay, let's continue. We'll get more information. Commitment. It's just that we're just all over the spectrum here, group 1. We go from Four of Pentacles, Three of Swords, to flirt, to commitment. Those are opposing energies. A creative endeavor. All right. I haven't forgotten about these cards, the codependency and reconciliation cards. All right. We're just going to read all this energy. I was kind of getting that feeling as we were starting that there was just going to be a lot of energy. The cards aren't necessarily connected here, so let's just go through them for you. For some of you, group 1, this person is feeling like they are ready to make a commitment. they're thinking that, you know what, with all that has happened, and I've moved on, and I'm ready to make a commitment to you, to you know, I am, it does feel romantic. Now this creative endeavor, with these two cards paired together, could mean that they are feeling more committed to their artwork, to their creative work, if they're a musician. Now they do have some type of artistic side here, for some of you. Now the other thing is that's coming through with this creative endeavor is somehow being involved with the arts. Maybe not being an artist or creator, but somehow being involved with the arts. All right, so your person is thinking potentially how it's almost like this involvement with the arts is a way to reconnect. Thank you. They brought me right back to the reconciliation card. For some reason, this art, you know, the arts is a way to their creativity is a way to reconnect. So they might be thinking of a way to, you know, to do something creative for you, to get your attention. That's coming through group one. Excuse me, please. I know I sound nasally. I know. I'm so sorry. I hope that you stay and you say, oh my gosh, she sounds terrible. Why would I want to stay here on this channel? It's just, I hope eventually it goes away. I really do. I can't stop this entire time. I can't stop reading. Okay. Now, this codependency. I feel like this is the way that they've done things in the past. And I feel like they're trying to do things differently now. I feel like they've had attachments and just old patterns that no longer serve them, and they're really not interested in those anymore, or they're doing their best to, even if when it comes to those thoughts that cycle back repeatedly, I feel like they just want to break those cycles. Yes, thank you. Sorry, I keep hearing a noise, and I don't know what the noise is, so every time I pause, there's like, what is that noise? I'm sorry. Okay, kindred partnership. So thank you. They are thinking about partnership. They are thinking about being involved with someone. At group one, I'm so glad if you stayed, because as we started off, this felt like separation. This felt like someone who was feeling that really that they were unexpectedly disappointed. And now we're moving into this energy of this kindred partnership and commitment and creativity, which are all higher vibrational energies. So that's why sometimes you just have to hang around, you know, just let the reading run as you go about your day. Okay, Spirit, what is group one thinking? All right, so let's get a little more information here. Yeah, I do feel like they want to do things with you. They want to go out on activities. Yeah, like where you are actually engaged in something or experiencing something. Thank you. New experiences. That's what I'm seeing. I feel like one of you is very adventurous, and so I feel like maybe it might be you, and this person wants to keep up with you a little bit with being adventurous. Maybe, you know, especially with this Four of Pentacles, they might not, you know, they might be a little bit, they might like to hold on to their money a little bit. They don't like to spend too much. Also, they're just not as adventurous as you are. Those are all possibilities here. Excuse me. Strategy. Healer of the Ages. Financial constraints. Financial constraints. Okay. I feel like this person, now the Knight of Wands tends to be impulsive, but I'm getting that your person has really thought about how to change their ways a little bit, like how to be a little bit more open, how to be more adventurous. You know, at the same time, they're worried about their finances in some way. Now, here's the interesting thing. I'm not seeing that your person has financial struggle. I just see that they're a saver. They like to save money. And this could possibly come from their childhood where there wasn't a lot of money, but they like to make sure there's money in the bank. They like to be able to look at their bank statement and feel safe and secure. So this interesting, this almost like the Spirit is showing this like money aspect and then commitment aspect. So maybe they were just waiting till they felt like they were more financially stable to make a commitment with you. I'm looking at the strategy card here, 7th chakra. Okay, I'm looking at this strategy card. All right, it feels like there's this aspect of, we talked about planning a little bit, how they want to just, how they're thinking about wanting to do things differently. But there's also the writing aspect of this card is really coming through as well. So let's take a look at, it's possible that they're thinking about writing something to you, reaching out to you, an email, text message, you know, leaving a message for you in some way, okay? And there's money on this card too. Is that money? Maybe it's not money. Oh, it could be. Queens. There's some financial strategy, something about healing their finances. So that's on their mind, okay? This might not even be directly related to you because Spirit is reminding me we're just peeking in on their energy. So it's possible they just have finances on their mind right now. And I'm overthinking it because I'm trying to connect it, but maybe it's not connected. Okay. The small gatherings, gathered in sorrow or joy. So this speaks to that, you know, the interactions between the two of you. I feel like it has been a little bit of both. It has been, sometimes they talk to you and they feel really good. Sometimes and maybe even in one conversation, it goes from sorrow to joy very easily. A lot of ups and downs. I am being pulled in different directions in this reading. I think you've heard me say that. It feels like I'm going from one extreme to the other. So I'm going to say that this is part of what your person is feeling. All right, let us go to, I'm going to go to the healing with the fairies cards because this doesn't feel unbalanced in any way, but it is kind of a little bit all over the place. So let's see if we can bring some balance to this. Healing is always about balance. So let's see if we can kind of look at this in a more balanced, see if we can stand in the middle a little bit of all of this and see what happens. All right. Spirit, what is group 1 person thinking? Good information here. Rise above problems. This is what we said here. They're trying to figure out how to get past this problem. They're trying to figure out how to rise above it. This is, we have to rewind. We already did that, Spirit. Spirit, I'm joking about Spirit. Raising your standards. Yeah, I feel like this is the strategy here for the healing. I feel like they know that they need to work on something here. But it doesn't feel like, honestly, it doesn't feel like a big, I feel like it might be financially related. That their sense of feeling like that they can't let go, for some of you, it has to do with their finances, okay? I mean, when you have creativity and financial constraints, those are, again, almost polar opposites. I feel like this raising your standards for your person, it's like, how do I do things differently? How do I look beyond my normal status quo? So I feel like your person is someone who doesn't like change, likes things to stay the way that they are. I just said that in a different way. And that they're resistant to that. They're resistant to change. So you could have a person who maybe you've been waiting for a commitment from them. You've been waiting for a commitment, and they don't want to hurt you, but this is, you know, they have these, these might be, you know, an earth sign, especially Taurus. Taurians always like to have their finances together. Specifically, this is root chakra energy a little bit here. There's not a lot of red in this reading though. We're not pulling up a lot of red though. It truly is. There's a lot on their mind, and it's not. I don't feel that overwhelmed. I really don't. I just think that they're bouncing around a bit here with their thoughts. Okay, what else, Spirit? Retreat. That felt like it was coming out for you at first, but let's take a look. And serenity. I think that's the challenge here. The challenge here for them is serenity, is trust. But what's interesting is that they know this. They know this. This is like what they are thinking that they now need to move into. I need to be more trusting. I need to just relax. I need to chill out a little bit. I don't need to be as, you know, I don't need to control everything. And finding peace in that. It's okay if I don't control everything. It's okay if I let somebody else lead. It's okay if I allow someone else to lead me. I'm hearing. Oh yeah, that's and this is growth for them. This is spiritual growth. This is why thank you, Spirit. It took so long to get here. This is why it feels so difficult for them, because this is spiritual expansion, which is in conflict, right? When you're not allowing your soul to grow, or your soul, well, let me use language that makes sense. When you're not allowing for your soul's expansion and your ego's getting in the way, then it is this like two things that could possibly be in conflict with one another. And often our journey is about bringing those two things into balance, because ego's not going anywhere. You've heard me say this on this chat. It's not. And for sure, we are spiritual beings having a human experience. So spirit's not going anywhere. So this growth gets messy. And luckily this doesn't feel overly messy, but there are some real sharp moments here. There are some moments here where they've had to face, I'm surprised we haven't had any magician, mirror. They've had to kind of look at themselves a little bit, or look at the problem. And it's almost like they're looking outside of themselves. It's not like they're looking at themselves directly. They're looking at it and saying, well, if this is the money that I have, then I have to be okay with that. Or, you know, if I have a lot of money, this person's not going to take my money. Or if I'm not used to being adventurous and putting myself out there, then I have to get used to that. It's almost like they're tackling the problem. They're trying to figure out how to tackle the problem. That's it. I know when I start repeating myself that the message is coming through really clearly, because Spirit's just using different language. And when that's happening, it's a good thing, because some of you might hear one phrase and say, oh yeah, that makes sense to me. And others of you might hear another phrase that might make sense to you. And this is a general reading, beautiful group one. So let's go with that. All right, what else, group one? More about what they are thinking. Is there anything else that's on this person's mind? Let's go to the message cards. La-di-da. And see what's here for you. What are they thinking specifically? Let's ask Spirit. Let's focus in, please. Let's aim this arrow. Specifically about group one, is there something, Spirit, you can tell us that they're thinking? I'm doing a lot of my requests out loud these days. Here we go. I need time. This feels like time, not like forever time. This feels like they know that they're trying to rise above these problems, and they haven't quite done it yet. And they know it also because it's like you know when you make a decision and you feel clear-headed, clear-minded, your intuition is kicked in, and you just feel like you can make your way forward. They're not there yet. I'm here. I'm showing up. I was feeling this earlier. I don't necessarily feel like the two of you are not in communication at all. I feel like you two are still in contact with one. This doesn't feel like no contact. Let me put it like that. I'm ready. Anytime I'm ready. Well, let's be confusing. I miss you. And I say your name out loud when I think no one can hear me. Well, that's a lot of missing. That's when you're missing someone, when you just talking to them. So I think your person would want to say to you that they're getting ready. They miss you, they're getting ready, and they're going to be ready soon. And I think this is why I was saying to you earlier, this does not feel like a long time. This does not feel like a year. This feels like weeks to months, and maybe days. Maybe days. Maybe this reading will help to spark their energy just a little bit. If you might set an intention or something. All right, let's pull one more deck for you. What are they thinking? Let's go to the Lenormand. Lenormand wants to come out and play before, and I resisted. So let's pull up the Lenormand. I feel like they're waiting for something magical to happen. I feel like they're waiting for something to kind of jump in and help them to make this shift, like this knowing. We didn't talk about the 7th chakra, Archangel Uriel card here, 41. I feel like they're waiting a bit for the right timing, the right moment for something. And they're like, I'll know. And that will allow them to make more plans. They want to make more plans. They like making plans. The key, that's interesting. 33. Well, I'm not surprised to see 33 today. I will tell you that. And then the house, look at this. The key to the house, the key to security. There is an aspect, this person craves stability. They crave security, stability, a foundation, having things in place. There's a retirement account, there's a savings account, there's a good salary. This, the financial aspect of this person's thinking is very, very important. And so they could be thinking about how to build their investment portfolio, possibly purchasing a home to help to build that investment portfolio. Maybe they want to do an Airbnb. Maybe they bought a home to do an investment, to do an Airbnb, and now they have no money in the bank, and it's a little bit scary because they've invested in this Airbnb. I'm seeing this house is like being part of this stability, instability, stability, instability. So again, two different sides of the spectrum are being shown here. But this is a good opportunity for them. The way that they are saving their money and utilizing their money is very good. It's just that it's maybe a little bit unsettling for them. Now, they see the home also, whatever, if they're investing, if they're buying a home, if they're buying a second home, whatever this is, they see a future with this. They see this as being a step forward, potentially for this kindred partnership here with this commitment. But not ready yet. Building. They're building. I'm surprised the tower did not come through. I was going to say, if that tower comes through, you all are going to hear it. All right, the tree. The tree. So that this is about growth. You have spiritual growth and the tree. Yeah. So this person is building. They're growing and building, and And I would say they want to build and grow with you as well, but they want to build and grow their life too. And they're trying to just figure out how to do that. I do feel like they've hit some stumbling blocks. Again, this could be specifically in their relationship, and this could be just a stumbling block maybe with, again, purchasing this home or purchasing a business, something like that. Is there anything else here, Spirit? I think we're done. Okay. Group 1, if this was helpful in any way, please like and or subscribe. Thank you so much for that. It really does help the channel so very much. And it does help to just continue to bring you these beautiful general open readings here on YouTube. And I hope to see you again soon. Take care. Hello, Group 2. Welcome to your reading. Thank you so much for choosing this community and this channel. We are so glad to have you here. I'm so glad to have you here. I need to say something just really quickly, Group 2, before we get started. This afternoon, it was a bit of a tough afternoon, and I was trying to raise my vibration, and I don't like to do readings unless I'm at that high vibration, because I'm here to be of service in this community. And it was a bit of a struggle. And then it just started clicking, and it just started lifting. And I just wanted to say to you that if you're having difficult times at all, just stay focused on raising your vibration. Stay focused on lifting your energy up, because this is the path. This is what we do to enrich our lives. And I could not read unless I'm at this vibration. And so I'm just really grateful that I made it here to this place where I can do this, be here with you all. Okay, so I just needed to say that because it was a big deal this afternoon. It was a big deal. All right, here we go. And it specifically happened right now when I was doing your reading, not I did Group 1 a couple days ago. So, all right, here we go. Green fluorite. Green fluorite. Let me take a look at my green fluorite, because if you've been here before, you know that I am paying. Usually I just fall in love with my crystals, and I read what they're for, and I don't really care because I fall in love with them. Actually, this is green aventurine. This isn't fluorite. All right. Heart chakra. Look at this. Decluttering fields. I was doing that right before this reading. Attracting romance and healing old wounds. Listen, I was doing some healing. So it makes sense that we're attracted to this green aventurine, not green fluorite. Green fluorite is sitting right here. See? Okay. All right. As you can see, I'm being goofy and silly because I am back at my vibration, and it feels so good to be here. So you're just going to have to be silly and with me, Group 2. If you're like, what is going on? Then you can come back another time. But if you're here for the good vibrations, please stay. All right. Here we go. I'm going to put the green aventurine right there for you. Oh. What are they thinking? 8 of Cups. Boy. Group 2, you're bringing it. 2 of Swords. They're making a decision. They're looking back at a decision they already made and questioning, whether or not that. Look at this. The Emperor and King of Cups. There's a question as to whether they made the right decision. They walked away from this relationship. I do feel like it was this relationship. I don't feel like this is something else in their life. As you know, if you've been here on this channel before, all kinds of things come up, even when I've specifically asked Spirit to give us guidance about the relationship or situationship or friendship or whatever it may be. This feels like they walked away in some way from you. Now, walking away does not actually have to mean physically walking away. It can mean that you're not hearing from them. It can mean no separation. It can mean no contact or separation. No contact. I need to slow the pace of my talking down. I get really energized with Spirit, and then I just start going really fast. So I'm going to slow down. Walking away can mean that they haven't texted you all day today. whereas normally they might have, which really, if you're in a relationship, text. Okay, but they don't feel like they are in the right place with this. And it's like they're thinking, well, what's next? What do I do about this? And just feeling like, well, if that didn't make me happy, then what is going to make me happy? What do I need in my life? How am I going to move forward? If not group 2, then what am I doing? And I think that's where it elevates to their life circumstances. A little bit more of like, not just thinking about this relationship, but just thinking about their life in general. So it's like they start off thinking about you, group 2, and then it moves them into other things in their life that maybe they want to feel like they have better control over, or just a better idea of how they are moving forward, planning. I'm seeing that, like planning, strategy, those cards coming up in my mind. They're not actually here, but they're in my mind. Spirit is showing them to me. All right, let's get some information about this King of Cups, because there's some energy coming through here, and I'd like to get some energy some more cards before I start talking about it. Green chakra. Now that's interesting, because this heart chakra is coming through again with this green on this King of Cups card. And I'm hearing leading with the heart. I feel like what they're thinking about is how to lead with their heart, how to be more forthcoming with their feelings. I feel like they weren't letting those feelings come through as much. Now, they might have, what is that? They might have been passionate with you, sexually intimate with you, but not necessarily heart open. And this is like this is lower chakras to the heart chakra. Those are these earthly things that we have to work through before we start to really get into the spiritual realm. So they're showing me like red to green here, twice. Okay, so fragmented. Well, that makes sense, because one, it's like this dissonance that's being created, almost like if I'm not sure about what I'm doing with group 2, then what am I doing with my life? That's a fragment. And then the other fragment is, this lack of alignment between their chakras. So what does that mean in real life terms? That means that it's like this awakening of their heart space, where they're wanting to feel more emotional, and not so just focused on either how to make $1 or how to really. What I'm getting, this person feels a bit like a player, a bit like someone who likes a good time but doesn't necessarily like to settle down, isn't the type of person to be committed. And there's this question mark. There's a little bit of this unknown, and this is not the norm for them. They're pretty straight. They're usually going straight forward. They have a good idea of how they handle their emotional life. And now there's this question mark. It's a bit of a puzzle, right? It's a bit of an unknown to them. Look at the puzzle pieces on here. It's like they're trying to put the pieces of this puzzle together. It's a bit puzzling to them. Letting go. Well, let me tell you, this letting go on top of this King of Cups is like, what do they need to let go of to be able to step more into their emotional selves, to be more in touch with their emotional selves? Could be more than one. There are things. I feel like For some of you, your person has dealt with some family issues, some childhood issues. I feel for some of you, this is like past relationships and just closing themselves off. Look at these doors closed. See these doors closed in the background, and then this door opening? They have shut those doors emotionally, and now this is like, I feel like that door is burst open. Wow, that was a surge of emotion. Like that door, when it burst open, something. So is this an event that caused this? And as I'm saying this is energy, optimism. Look at this. Look at how I'm talking about a door bursting open, and then look at the next card. Look at this. If that's not a door burst open, I don't know what is. Like, door flung open, and there's a vast, beautiful world ahead. So they're thinking optimistically about what's ahead. This is beauty. This is adventure. These are green fields, lush green fields. Wow. Wow. I told you this was the card I was thinking about. This is the card I was imagining. This person is a planner. They like to know where they're going. They like to know the direction they're going in. And this is a bit of a conundrum for them. Because now it's like, wait, I'm not going where I'm normally going, so where am I going? I'm not doing what I normally do. I'm not playing the normal games. And Spirit just connected games back with this puzzle and brought puzzle to a whole different interpretation. I'm not playing the games I normally play. So what am I doing? What are they doing? I don't know. Let's get more information, because it's coming through pretty clearly. Kindred partnership. So what are they thinking about? They're thinking about, look at this. This Eight of Cups walking away. This this planning and action, and then this kindred partnership. It's like making their way. Let me do it this way because of the camera angle. And for those of you who are not looking, just follow us along. Walking away, planning, and then finding their way to this kindred partnership. This is the sequence. I could have just told you that, but it felt important to like the cards. So a little bit of daydreaming happening here. A little daydreaming about you and seeing you again. That makes me want to. They're pulling me to the messages card. So what would they say to you? They're thinking about you. This is for sure. And if this is not a romantic relationship, if this is just someone on your mind, you have shifted their world. You have shifted their worldview. If this is a friend, this is a very important friendship. This is nothing. If you're wondering if this person, if you've had the same type of impact on this person that they've had on you, the answer is yes. If this is a person whom you were in contact with for a little while, maybe because of work, and now they have stepped away or they've left their position, and you're like, did this really matter to me? Did it matter to them? The answer is yes. The answer is yes. So although I'm feeling love here, this is about an important relationship, a significant shift, a way of relating. This is their, and again, Spirit's so amazing. Look at this green. We're talking about the heart space opening up, and green is, look at this green surrounding her, and it's open. It's this aperture. It's this wide open lens here onto the world. Wow. All right. Did I shuffle? I think I did, because these cards want to come out. So if I didn't shuffle, they still want to come out. I don't want to focus on my feelings right now. Well, that was the energy I was getting coming through. This is how they've lived their lives. Not focusing on their feelings. Having feelings, we talked about that. Feeling passionate, feeling, you know, wanting always to kind of connect in that way. I'm afraid to open up. We were just talking about this opening. An aperture is an opening. We were just talking about this. This is door closed, door open. Shut, open. You're getting more of these cards. You're on my mind every day. Well, if you're wondering what they're thinking about you. A very strong here emotion of them thinking about you that I'm getting. You're getting a lot of these cards. I'm going to let them come through. I need time to heal. Now, we were talking about this earlier. This person has some past conflicts, traumas, hurt, pain that could easily extend back into childhood. So I'm not sure of this time frame we can ask. And I'm ready. Maybe they needed time to heal and now they're ready. I do feel like that is a very possible sequence with what we see here. You're getting another message card. I let, you know, with the way that I read, I feel the cards, and whatever cards want to come out as I'm touching them, I let them come, and then they say, okay, you're done. So you know, sometimes it's one, and sometimes it's like, now I'm getting 6 of these cards. Listen to my heart. I may F up the words. This is your person. I feel like they are not really used to being romantically with heart space open. We talked about this. Listen to my heart. This is all about their heart. We knew this from the moment we started, and we were talking about this green flora in the heart space, in the heart chakra. Their words, and they're bringing me back to this 2 of Swords. Words not there. The words aren't there. This is a person who shows how they're feeling through their actions. They show where their intention is by their actions. So wherever they want to be, wherever they are, that's where they want to be. So if this person starts showing up in your life in a new way, and you're questioning, do they really want to be with me? If they're with you, they want to be with you, and you don't need to question. Oh my goodness. And I love your smile. Well, look at you. Beautiful group 2, handsome group 2. I love your smile. All right, that's all that's coming through. That was a lot. All right, look at the Illuminated Tarot coming out. Illuminated Tarot has not been on this channel in forever. The Illuminated Tarot. I was listening to one of my own videos, and I need to enunciate a bit more. I will enunciate more, group 2. So you have a beautiful smile. You may have heard that before, group 2. I'm betting that you have. All right, let me set the intention. I was shuffling but not setting the intention. Okay. Okay, here we go. Oh, 2 of Diamonds. Oh, okay. Sorry, lots of interpretations were coming through. Lots of messages were coming through. This 2 of Diamonds here is signifying, first of all, let me remember, if is Diamonds Pentacles or is Diamonds Swords on the Illuminated Tarot? Hold on. I don't remember. Okay, diamonds are pentacles. Okay, so 2 diamonds is 2 pentacles. What I'm getting with this here is them coming together with you is dynamic for them. There's a dynamism here. There's an aspect that's high energy for them. It feels like you invigorate them. You kind of get them going. You excite them. And they love this. And that's what's been a little bit, that's what's created the problem for them, because people don't excite them the way that you excite them. So when they kind of separated themselves and did their normal stuff, they were like, they actually missed you. They missed that excitement. And so it's like, wait, what am I doing? Why aren't I, maybe I need to be going back and checking out group 2 again. Or coming back to that energy. Or maybe I shouldn't be letting this go. This person is not necessarily gone from your life, but they do this push-pull thing. Okay. 6 of Hearts. I feel like this 6 of Hearts is in reverse. Listen, if this is not your person, take what's yours always. But I feel like this person has had their way of doing things for most of their life. And you may be there the first time, or if they had their heart broken before and then they shut down. And that was like when they were 12. And they were like, never again. And they didn't. They didn't open up their heart space again to anyone. And you're just shifting that, turning that around for them. 5 of Hearts. Oh. Yeah, they're and right on top of those fragmented energy. Yeah. So, listen. They're getting past this. They're getting past this. They're moving into wanting to just be romantic, wanting to do nice things with you, wanting to spend time with you. But this is a little bit, they're going to have their moments where they're, a little bit of, again, the Spirit's taking me back to that push-pull. So that's going to continue. Now they're bringing me here with the time aspect. We did say they're ready, and they are. But that doesn't, we're always on the journey. We're always on the journey. Okay, let me just pull another card for you. What are they thinking? I'm just going to say, if that trifecta card comes out, I'm turning off the video and go get a drink of water. All right. I'm just, there's a reason I said that. But group 2, Spirit, please, what are they thinking? Let's find a message, please. What are they thinking? What are they thinking? Okay, good. The Ankh. Now, I love that this is coming out, hidden knowledge, because there was this, even though these were crescent moons, this moon energy was really, I'm gonna pull a Moonology card for you too. We're gonna have a little bit of fun, group 2. Spirit cracks me up. Okay. It has no beginning or end. Okay. So yes, the hidden knowledge. There's more to be seen. Group 2. There's more to be seen with this. They're still kind of coming. They're stepping into the light. And really out of their shadow self into a much lighter version of themselves. It's really, really very beautiful. And this does feel like this is part of their soul's journey here on Earth. Now, I'm going to pull a Moonology card, but this is what I've been doing readings within readings, and it's just fun. So let's just do it. I'm going to shuffle, and I would like for you to just focus on a question. And don't worry, if you don't have a question, if you're like, wait, I don't have a question. Don't worry. just listen and enjoy the reading. But if you think you do have a question, take a moment. You can even pause the video, and we're going to do a reading within a reading and get you a specific answer about what they're thinking. Something related to that. Don't go too far afield. Don't go too far away from that, because we're in this momentum, and that's how readings work the best way. And then when we shift gears, it's like shifting momentum, and you're going in a complete direction and it derails. We're going to do all new interpretations. All right, you ready? Okay, here we go. Take time to breathe out. Disseminating moon. I feel like this is advice. So some of you may say, like, what do I do in the meantime? How do I get through this? How do I deal with this? How do I listen to that breath, that breath I just breathed out? How? If you asked any how question, dear group 2, take time to breathe out. And now we've come full circle, which is why in the beginning, the end is now the beginning, which is where I started at the beginning of this reading, talking about the challenge that I had this afternoon of just refocusing and raising my vibration. So the first step is to breathe, group 2. Okay. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you. I appreciate your time and your attention and your willingness to be a part of our community, and for bringing really this beautiful. I love readings that teach us all about how to do this thing called being a human being, because we're learning. That's why we're here. So thank you for bringing your energy. If this reading connected in any way, please like and or subscribe and come back, okay? We love having you here. I don't know who we is. It's me. We all in the community, energetically. I'll see you again soon. Take care. Hello, group 3. Welcome to your reading. It's so nice to have you here. Thank you for joining the channel and the community, or for being here with us. That was like a weird camera shot. You chose the rough Amethyst Island. It always looks like an island to me. It's my island. Okay, here we go. All right, we're going to start with the Rider-Waite-Smith and then move into more tarot and oracle as guided. Put that right there in the corner for you. This is what are they thinking? What are they thinking? And if you've been here before, you know that the story unfolds and the messages unfold. So stick with us. And if you don't have time, then listen to it slowly over time. Well, that's okay. So I'm sorry, I got a little bit freaked out because group 2 started with the 8 of Cups, and I was like, did I shuffle these cards? And I did. Okay, 4 of Pentacles. So that was a lot of talking. 8 of Cups, 4 of Pentacles, the Star, and the 10 of Swords. What are they thinking? And group 1 had the 4 of Pentacles. So I would definitely recommend group 3 that you go and listen to groups 1 and 2, and all of it's not going to resonate, but take what's yours. I do think there are messages in group 1 and 2 for you. I think that's probably the strongest message coming through first for you, is that you're meant to go listen to these other 2 messages. And I haven't really ever received it in exactly that way. Spirit hasn't guided me to tell you to listen to the other 2 messages. A lot of talking there. All right. What are they thinking since you are here? All right. Spirit wants me to take these apart for you. So, starting with the 8 of Cups. Beginning with the 8 of Cups. There's a lot left to be said. There's a lot left on the table here. It's not over till it's over. It's not done yet. They're not finished yet. There is more to be done, more to be said, more to, so they would like to talk with you. They would like to work things through with you. They would like to see where this goes. They would like to spend more time with you. This is the first messages coming through. New supportive connections. I do feel in some ways this is new to them. Either this is a new way that you two are relating to one another. So maybe you were friends and now they're like, huh, there's a little bit more here than I thought there was. Or this is an actually new relationship, or just new dating. Like you went out once and now they're like, huh, there's something here worth exploring. I know that that's not quite, if you're looking at Eight of Cups and thinking that's not the Eight of Cups. It's an interesting way that it's being presented. So hang in there, because you know Spirit's going to bring more information through. Aha, see, and there we go. I feel like they have learned a lot from their previous situationships, relationships, dating. There's something here like they've learned a lesson, and it's something in their past, and it's, you know, or maybe they've learned that walking away is not always the answer. Like separating themselves, protecting their heart is not always the answer. Okay, they're putting these two together, which they did from the beginning. So let's keep those two cards together. More information, please. We're clarifying the Eight of Cups and the Four of Pentacles. What are they thinking? Hostilities. All tied up. I feel like your person gets frustrated easily, or even just a little bit annoyed easily. And that's kind of how they handle things. Like their first way of handling emotion is to get annoyed or angry or frustrated. Second chakra. This doesn't really help them, obviously. Those aren't really helpful emotions or ways of being in the world. But they're showing the second chakra as growth from that. And that's the second time we've gotten this message about growing, developing, learning. I wouldn't be surprised if we received some card that said forgiving, learning, that kind of thing. So their thinking is like, they're starting to, and I'm not saying full-fledged, but I think they're starting to see that that's not the best way to handle things. Like, or it could just be that they're a bit like aggressive, like wanting to always just like handle things quickly, and not everything can be handled that way. I feel like with you, they're thinking this is not working. I need to not handle group 3. I need to interact with group 3 in a much more gentle way. They don't need to feel like, you don't need to feel like you're being backed into a corner, group 3. And I don't think that that is your person's intention. I think it's just the way that they handle things, or have in the past at least. But this is a person they have overcome quite a bit in their life. That's resonating from group 2 as well. They've overcome quite a bit, and this is how they've done it. They've done it by going full tilt, like just going in and taking care of business, and maybe not being thoughtful or thinking it through too much. This is growth. This is real. As they move me into the star energy here with this Ten of Swords, this is this is fantastic. All right, I'm still going to keep them separate. So let's clarify this star a little bit for you. They are putting them together, but I'm going to read them separately first, and then we're going to put them together, which was kind of what they did here. So they're almost like showing me this reading and this reading. It almost feels like two different readings. I'm not sure why. Maybe there's two different things. Maybe you have two people in mind. So if you do, this is one person, this is a second person coming through. This could be that you have, there's an event that separates, like maybe you two went out a few times and then lost touch, and then now you're coming back together again. There's an element here of before and after, before this and after this, or it's just two different people. Okay, so the star, a creative endeavor. And milestone. This feels like your person has accomplished something that they wanted to accomplish, but like so they're feeling proud of themselves. They're feeling that sense of achievement, and I think that and it's something that's near and dear to their heart, something that's important to them, something that feels like it's part of their identity, or something that makes them feel like more of themselves, something where they can express themselves in some way. Okay, so that's, I'm just telling Spirit they're feeling, but we want to make sure we're staying with the intention of this reading, which is what they're thinking. I think it's like they're thinking about this thing, this achievement, this success, this sense of feeling more like themselves, feeling like they can be more of themselves. This maybe you help them to feel that way, that they can be themselves. Yeah. There's this beautiful sense here. Look at this star moving into true love, that they can show you more of themselves. They're not afraid. Afraid is not even the right, it might be, but let's hold off on afraid. They can show you more of themselves. They can show you who they are. That feels freeing to them. That feels, there's a certain satisfaction. I said hold off on fear, and then the fear card comes out. Spirit cracks me up. Spirit said, wait, don't talk about fear yet. And I said, okay, let's hold off on the afraid stuff. And then they said, now we're ready to talk about their fear. So let's talk about it. What are the fears? And I love this Ten of Swords, because this Ten of Swords is definitely shifting from that darker to light, from fears, from that disconnect that we have with fear, into, I'm going to show you something that I've never noticed before, group 3, but as I'm talking, Spirit's always talking to me as I'm talking, and kind of sending me messages. And so sometimes that's why I'm like, I can't speak. So my thought, I was talking about, what was I talking about? This idea that fear, right? They're moving from these fear-based thoughts into much more lighter, higher vibrational thoughts. But Spirit had me staring at this Ten of Swords card, and then they brought me to the energy card. Now there's something really beautiful here. The Ten of Swords has black and then this blue. So you're shifting from the black into the blue. Can you see that in the background of the Ten of Swords? And look at the energy card here. So this was your card. This is where we are in the reading. I'm clarifying the Ten of Swords. And we just were doing this. I put it here because I thought we were still talking about the star. and they actually probably wanted me to put it here. But look at this, look at the color scheme. Black. Look at this black and this shroud of black and this beautiful blue here. So it's moving from the sphere into the blue. And so let's talk about that. Let's get you some more information. Oof. It makes me want to cry. I'm grounding myself. Ground. I'm not crying today, group 3. You're not doing that to me today. I've had a day and I am not going to cry because I've already done that today. I'm asking Spirit. I'm sorry, I'm chatting. I like to chat, right? Good Spirit, where? I'm asking Spirit here. This card. They're like, no. Spirit is really sometimes very adamant with me. Where do you want me to go? Where am I going? They need something. Oh, okay. Angel Answers cards. Sorry, this noise as I go through my box of cards here. Okay, Angel Answers cards. I'm going to clarify this a bit because this is important. There are messages here that they want you to get, and I still haven't read these 2 cards together. They want me to remember to read them together. All right. What are they thinking? Can we clarify this fear? Can you talk to us a little bit about this fear, please? What is this fear? All right, here we go. If you believe, this is their belief systems. So they developed belief systems that were low vibrational. By low vibrational, what do I mean? The light is shining right on top of your cards, and you can't see the cards. I have a light that's right there because it's nighttime. Their belief systems, and about, and these are really like core beliefs, and these are the beliefs that when you're most triggered, that they come out. Those beliefs that when you least expect them, they come back out, and it's like, oh, you still believe that about yourself. They're bringing me right to this mirrored true love. So they have some beliefs about themselves, about what they're worth, what that they're capable of. This is why they go into this hostilities so quickly, because they're trying to bypass their heart. They're trying to, not, and certainly trying to overcome these belief systems that they have. Choose a new direction. Well, this was like the theme of group 2 as well. There's a thread here. It's not the same reading. There's a thread here between group 2 and group 3. This is what they're thinking about. Choosing this new direction. Doing things differently. But not just differently, like not wanting to be hostile like this. Not wanting to lead with frustration and just to go there. So this fear is that by doing so, their ways of how they protected themselves is, they're letting go of that. They're letting themselves be led in a different direction. You're getting not the right time. In the near future. You're also getting take action. Okay, this is a very clear sequence of cards, but I feel like it's for you. It's advice for you. Group 3. It's not the right time. In the near future, you'll be able to take action. Okay? That's pretty clear. That's pretty clear. Not the right time. It's reminding me that I've been having fun doing a reading within a reading. So let's do that for you right now. Let's do a couple more cards. Let me put these 2 together, and then we'll do the reading and the reading for you. All right. Now, The Star to the Ten of Swords. Let's talk about that. We're going to go to the Mystic Shaman. Yeah. Okay, here we go. The Hummingbird. This is fast-moving energy, which is interesting with the Star here, and the Council. 11. The Hummingbird is 26. The Council is 11. And the Ten of Swords here. You know, group 3, I feel like they have people advising them who they trust about their life, you, and I feel like these conversations, I'm feeling so serious right now. Like my energy just shifted so completely. I feel like they had these really serious conversations. Now, if there weren't conversations, then they received some spiritual downloads about, you know, Spirit is representing your person as a hummingbird. And it's like a bit like this. Obviously there's that fast energy, but also this feeling of being bigger than you appear to be, being more than what you believe yourself to be. There's a belief system that they're bringing me back to here with your person. Their beliefs about themselves and how they see themselves in the world. And I think that that's going to be shifting. I think that that's going to be shifting. Okay. And the Ancient Ones, yeah. And sometimes I go really deep into getting messages from Spirit and the energy aspect of my readings. So I don't know sometimes how deep you all want me to go. Look at this is the number 1. But your person is going through a spiritual transformation. That's being represented here. Okay? So I will say that. If you like it when I go deep on the energy, reading their energy of their spirit and what their spirit is doing, let me know. Now let's do a reading within a reading. So what I want you to do is first let me choose the deck first so that I'm ready for you. I'm going to choose the Everyday Tarot. What I want you to do, if you choose group 3, obviously it's your choice. I want you to put a question in your mind. And if you don't have a question, don't worry. You can pause the video. You can even stop the video and come back later when you have your question ready. Doesn't matter, it will still be good. Or you might have a question that's already on your mind, and we're going to pull a card for you. Okay, so we're doing a reading within a reading. Again, you can pause the video if needed. Okay, you ready? We're ready. All right. The answer is the Fool. I feel like the answer for you for this question, for this card is let it begin. It's a little bit weird phrasing, but that's how they showed it to me. Let it begin. Let it get started. Not so much you get started. Let it begin. There's an aspect to this that you have to release and allow it to do what it's going to do. So, and if you would like to interpret the Fool for yourself, for whatever you need it for, then please, 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 it's your card. Do with it what you would like to do with it. This is the Fool for you. Setting off on an adventure, taking a risk. It's the first, and this is Major Arcana. This is the first card in the Major Arcana. So this is a yes. If it was a yes or no question that you had, this is a yes. If this was a should I, this is a yes. Okay? I had fun. I like the readings within the readings. Let me know if you like them. I'm having fun with those. Group 3, I thoroughly enjoyed being here with you. Truly, truly, truly. I hope that you enjoyed being here too. If this connected in any way, please like and or subscribe. And I hope to see you again soon. Take care. We will begin this meditation with our breath. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. During this meditation, we will repeat the following. I am safe. I am loved. My heart is open. Breathe in. Breathe out. I am safe. I am loved. My heart is open. Breathe in. Breathe out. I am safe. I am loved. My heart is open. Breathe in. Breathe out. For our final message. I am safe. I am loved. My heart is open. Breathe in. Breathe out. And so it is.